Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Muhammad Mudassar Shahzad from University of Education, Township Campus, Lahore. Today we will discuss about the second part of Oriental region. As you know that this is the larger region, so I have divided the lecture into three halves. Today we will discuss about the second half of Oriental region. The basic subject that you are studying is zoogeography and paleontology. According to WWF, there are about 8 different regions on our earth. Here in this map, you can see all of these different regions. But today, we are going to talk about the Oriental region. In this map, you can see that the Oriental region is surrounded by Palearctic region, Ethiopian region, Antarctic region, and Australian region. Dear students, in 1868, Huxley divided the Earth into two primary divisions, in which number one was called as Arctology. In Arctology, there were about four different regions. Number one, Nearctic. Number two, Palearctic region. Number three, Ethiopian region. And number fourth one was Oriental region. On the other hand, the southern part of the world is called as Notogi, in which two primary divisions were Australian region and Neotropical region. Popularly, southern part that is called as South Asiatic or Indian region or Indo-Malayan region. Now we are going towards the different countries that are included in Oriental region. If we talk about the countries, there are firstly Pakistan, excluding the areas of Balochistan, because you have already studied in previous lecture of Palearctic region that the areas of Balochistan are included in Palearctic region. Other than India is also present in this region. Sri Lanka, Burma, Malaysia, Indonesia, China, Philippines, Borneo, and Java. These are the basically countries that are included in this region that is called as Palearctic region. Here is a map of Palearctic region in which you can see Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and other countries in which you have already studied that China, Philippines, Borneo, and Java. These countries are also included in this chart. Now we are going towards the general features of Oriental region. If we talk about the boundaries, north of this region, Himalayas are present. If we talk about the western side, there is Arabic Sea on its west side. And on the southeast corner, the physical boundary is absent, where the islands of Malayan archipelago strings out until they reach Australia. Himalayan slopes with all the Indo-Chinese countries form the chief and most tropical part of region. Here the wide Malayan archipelago that basically refers to the archipelagos between mainland of Southeastern Asia and Australia. The word archipelago refers to chains or clusters of islands. If we talk about the climate, basically the climate of Oriental region mainly tropical. If we talk about the temperature, here is the average temperature about 30 degrees centigrade. Relative humidity of Oriental region is about 87%. If we talk about the rainfall, the total rainfall of Oriental region is about 2.423 millimeter throughout the year. The heavier rain is at mountain ranges, that is about 5 millimeter per year. But in the northeast part, the rain is about 3 millimeter per year, that is less than the mountainy areas. There are about 4 different seasons of the year in Oriental region. Here you can see the spring season, and on the other hand you can see summer season. Here you can see the winter season, and here is autumn season. These 4 basic seasons of Oriental region. If we talk about the physical features of Oriental region, there is a great variety of physical features. If we talk about the physical features of Indian region, the north part of India is basically having grassy plains with scattered trees and bushes. On the southern side, the area is very rich in vegetation. If we talk about the north and west sides, there are deserts in Indian portion. If we talk about the fauna of this region, great variety of mammals and birds are present in this region. It was found that almost all of the more important groups are present in this area. 3 genera of mammals and 44 genera of birds are peculiar to this subregion. They include gibbons, rhinoceros, turtles, and tortoises, etc. Here you can see the different animals, in which firstly you can observe the Indian rhinoceros. Nextly you can see the gibbons. Here you can see the turtles and tortoises that are present in this second subregion. Now we are going towards the third subregion, that is called as Ceylon subregion. In Ceylon subregion, small Indian peninsula, that is the southern Indian part, is basically included in Ceylon subregion. Here is the map of Ceylon subregion. Here is the larger map of Ceylon subregion, in which you can see the different areas that are present in this subregion that are surrounded by Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. If we talk about the climate of Ceylon subregion, the climate of Ceylon subregion is mainly tropical. Ceylon is situated near the equator. So the climate is generally hot and humid. The hills and mountains areas, however, are cool and the humidity is relatively lower in lower lands. The average annual temperature is about 32 degrees centigrade in lowlands and 21 degrees centigrade in higher mountainous regions. Mountains and southwestern parts of country are basically known as wet zone, and most of the southeast and east and northern parts of the country comprises the dry zone. If we talk about the rainfall in Ceylon subregion, there are two zones. Number one is dry zone and number two is wet zone. If we talk about the dry zone, there is about 1200 to 1900 millimeter of rainfall is recorded throughout the year, and in the wet zone there is about 2500 millimeters of rainfall is recorded annually. If we talk about the different birds that are present in Ceylon subregion, there are about 450 different species of birds, in which about 250 species of birds are resident to Ceylon subregion and 23 of them are endemic, of which the majority are found in lowland zones and the rainforests of the hill country, and others are migratory birds. Here you can see the endemic birds, in which you can see the whistling thrush, jungle fowl, now we are going towards the mammals. There are about 113 different species of mammals that are present in Ceylon subregion. About these 113 species, one is critically endangered species. 10 are endangered species, 10 are vulnerable species, and about 3 species are nearly threatened. Other than these, red cylinder loris, elephants, and nilgai are common. Here you can see the picture of elephant, nilgai, and loris that are common in these areas. Now we are going towards the fourth and last subregion, that is Indo-Malayan subregion. The Indo-Malayan subregion basically includes the Malayan Peninsula and surrounding islands as far as Java, Borneo, and Philippines. Here is the map of Indo-Malayan subregion. If we talk about the fauna of that region, there are common animals to Malayan and Indo-Chinese subregion. There are about 14 genera of mammals and 40 genera of birds that are present in this area, and the animals that are present here are wholly peculiar to this area. Here you can see the red-vented bulbul, rock pigeon, gibbons, loris, elephant, Indian rhinoceros that are present in this area and are very common. If we talk about the flora that is present in this area are bonsai, ginkgo and bamboos. Dear students, now we are going to discuss about the fauna of all the region. If we talk about the fauna of Oriental region, firstly we will discuss about the fishes that are the first animals of vertebrates. If we talk about the fauna of Oriental region, that is going to be resembles the fish fauna of Ethiopian region. The Oriental fish fauna is basically dominated by carps and catfishes. If we talk about the carps, there are Indian major carps and Chinese major carps. If we talk about the Indian carps, the Indian major carps, Catla catla, Leburoheta, and Mugari, that is basically that are basically present in major carps. And if we talk about the Chinese carps, there are four different species of Chinese carps, in which number one is Cyprinus carpio, that is called as common carp or gulfam, and the other one are mud carps, silver carp, and grass carps. If we talk about the catfishes, there are flathead catfish that are basic animals, the basic fishes that are present in this oriental region. If we talk about the amphibians that are present in oriental region, there are urodels. Urodels are basically called as tailed amphibians, but these are absent in oriental region. If we talk about aneurons, in which frogs and toads are common, aneurons are present in this region. The different species that are present of frogs are Rana species, in which you have studied about Rana tigrina, and second one is Hyla species. Here you can see the Hyla species, in which you can see the toad, and here is the Indian bullfrog. If we talk about the reptiles that are present in oriental region, the reptiles in oriental region are very abundant. This fauna of reptile is basically dominated by lizards, snakes, in which poisonous snakes are most common, turtles, crocodiles. If we talk about the endemic reptiles that are present in Ethiopian region, we will discuss only the families that are important and endemic in this area. If we talk about the different families, firstly, the egg-eating snakes that are going to belong to Lecistodontidae family. Secondly, the animals that are common are called as shield tail snake that are called as that are going to belong the family of Uropeltidae. The third one are lizards that are belongs to Lanthanotidae, and the next one is gavels that are belonging to the family of Gavilidae, and the next one are big-headed turtles that are going to be belong the family of Platysternidae. Here are the shield-tailed snakes. Here is the second family that are called as egg-eating snakes. Here are the gavials. Here you can see the big-headed turtles. Here are the lizards that are common in this. Here are the different species of snakes, in which you can see the python, Russell's viper, krait, and Indian cobra. If we talk about the reptiles, the common reptiles of this area are crocodile, monitored lizard, and geckos. Thank you so much, students. If you have any question, you can ask me. See you in our next lecture. Till that, goodbye.